You know, I think I'm really enjoying not being in control of my reading plans. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and today, guys, we have got the July TBR, but with a twist. Before we get into that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow, and you can check the description box down below for links to all of my social media, including my Pango bookstore, my Amazon wishlist, my Patreon/book club, which you can join for as little as $1 a month, as well as the Wizards Enclave Discord. It's all there for you to check out. With that out of the way, guys, we're jumping right on into this video, and essentially, this is kicking off a series of videos, I think pretty much through the rest of the year, where I am having my booktube peers come on the channel and select 5 books for me to read, because who wants to be in control of their reading plans? Not me. And frankly, this month I have gotten Brian from BellTube. Brian is an amazing friend. He's an amazing personality, and I will have his channel linked in the description box down below. Please do me a personal favor and go check out BellTube. If you haven't already, you are missing out. Oh, Brian is amazing, and I think he has selected 5 fantastic books for me to check out. And without any real further ado, I'm going to let him tell you what they are.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian from BellTube, and wouldn't you know it, Andrew has made a huge mistake. He has entrusted me, yes, me, to pick his TBR for July 2025. Now Andrew, I know you and I have very similar genre tastes, so I've tried to bear that in mind here, and I picked 5 books like you asked me to. I did 1 science fiction book, 3 urban fantasy books, and 1 lit RPG, because like me, Andrew, you do enjoy some good lit RPG. All right, let's get started. I'm going to show graphics for 4 of the 5 books because I don't have them in physical, but this one I do. We are starting with classic sci-fi, and Andrew, you told me that you have never read any Arthur C. Clarke. Well, I'm going to start you off with a bang and suggest, well, actually, I'm going to demand, since I get to take over the TBR, Childhood's End. Did I say that right? Childhood's End. Arthur C. Clarke. This is a first contact story. Andrew, this is a mind bender. Good news, it's very short, but yeah, aliens have come to Earth for the first time, and it is a twist. And by the time you get to the end of the book, if you get to the end of the book, I should say, knowing who I'm talking to here, if you get to the end of the book, I think your mind is going to be completely turned around. That's book number 1. Book number 2 is from a series you've already started, and it's going to be book 3 in the Sandman Slim series by author Richard Kadrey, with one of my favorite titles of any book in any genre, period. Yes, I am talking about book 3, and it is called Aloha from Hell. If you are unaware, folks, the series follows Sandman Slim, the devil's hitman, who becomes the first human being to ever escape from hell. He's on a revenge tour, but book 3 really gets into it because his former boss, I think you know who that is, comes up to Earth looking to sort some things out with our hero Sandman Slim. Aloha from Hell. Great title, great book. Andrew, I think it's going to be a winner for you. All right, 3rd book. Again, from an author you've read, but I know you've never read this series before. And we are, again, in urban fantasy, like Sandman Slim. This is by Kevin Hearn, and this is going to be the Ink and Sigil series. Book 1's just called Ink and Sigil, and we follow our main character, Al McVarish, who is what's called a sigil agent. Now, some of you may have heard of Kevin Hearn as an author from his very famous and popular series, The Iron Druid Chronicles. Ink and Sigil takes place within the Iron Druid Chronicles world. So, yes, the Iron Druid shows up. Yes, the Pantheon is full of all the Irish, gods, but it also expands beyond that. And Al McVarish, our main character, is, like I said, a sigil agent. So what is that? His magic revolves around using certain special inks that he concocts and using special papers that he combines together to make glyphs and wards and very cool things like that. It's got Kevin Hearn's great sense of humor to it. It's a real fun type of an urban fantasy. On the scale of like ratings, it's rated G for the most part. Anybody can take part in anything that really Kevin Hearn writes. So that's going to be the 3rd book. Now, book 4, also in the world of urban fantasy, is on the complete other end of the spectrum when it comes to ratings. This is rated TV mature for sure, and I am talking about Stephen Blackmoore's Eric Carter series. Book 1 is called Dead Things. Yeah, we follow a necromancer named after the titular character, Eric Carter, right? We follow him as he returns back to Los Angeles after a self-imposed banishment because lots of things got up to when he was doing his necromancer thing. Yeah, he's a necromancer, tattooed head to toe, but he's forced to go back to Los Angeles because somebody's murdered his sister and he needs to figure out why. There's all kinds of magic in this series, but one of the most unique things that you're going to find is that the pantheon of gods that Stephen Blackmoore incorporates into this series, there's a lot of Mexican god pantheons. There's a lot of South American god pantheons. So I think it's going to be something totally different than you've ever read before, Andrew. You may or may not like it. It might be rated too TV mature for you. I don't know. I wanted to throw it in there. The 5th and final book is by an author that you've read before. It's Lit RPG. The author is Toa Wong, but you've not done this series. And this is The System Apocalypse. This is sci-fi lit RPG, and it follows our main character, John Lee. He starts off the book in northern part of Canada, where the universe has basically found Earth. And similarly, in a way to Dungeon Crawler Carl, Earth did not know that this was about to happen, and they turn Earth essentially into a monster planet where other people from other parts of the universe come to farm for experience. And our character, John Lee, is actually camping somewhere in northern Canada when this happens, and he's in a region that he probably shouldn't be in because they populate these areas in the series by difficulty, mostly because of how many people are or are not in that city. So that was a weird way of explaining it. I'm going to try it again. Big cities get easy monsters to get started with. Remote areas get very, very hard, impossible monsters. And our main character, John Lee, unfortunately, when the system comes, is in one of those unpopulated areas, and he's in for it. I think you're going to really like it because I know you like Toa Wong as an author. Those are 5 books, Andrew. I know I'm rambling, but guess what? You asked BellTube to do it. Come on. You expect a little rambling. Have fun in July. Have fun with these 5 books. Please try to finish at least one of them, and I will hear from you soon. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, Brian, I'm going to endeavor to finish more than one of these. I know I've gotten a DNF, reputation. And yeah, I'm going to try and finish all of these books because, frankly, I wouldn't ask you to select books for me if I didn't intend to finish them. And I have gone out and picked up a copy of Childhood's End. I found a relatively cheap copy. It's got the mini-series tie-in cover, but, if I love it, I can always buy the edition that you showed in the video because that looks a little more interesting than this one, but still a relatively short book. I do have other books to read as well because I usually read anywhere from 7 to 10 books a month, 10 being on the extreme number, but I wanted to give myself the option. Now I do have my Patreon book club book for the month of July, and that is Alex Garcian's Red Rabbit, which is supposed to be a Western horror. I am here for it. Everybody I know who has read this has told me that this is fantastic, so I'm really, really looking forward to checking this one out. And again, if you want to join in on the book club, the discussions have been great over on Patreon. You can join for as little as $1 a month. Link in the description box down below. So, we've got that one. And then I spun the wheel this month, and I'll go ahead and try and insert video here of me selecting the book. Essentially, I asked all of my Wizard Master tier patrons and above to submit a book for me to read that is not technically on my TBR. And I put them all on the wheel. I put the patron's name, I put the book's name, and I spun the wheel. And we got this right here, Stephen King's Outsider. This one was on my TBR, but this was selected by my good friend Twainy. And Twainy said she might even read this with me, so I'm excited for that. This is a Stephen King book that I've had on my shelf for over a year now, and I just need to get to it. And so I'm excited. It's a little bit of a chunker. How many pages is this? That's not actually that bad. This is like 550 pages, which is fairly reasonable for a Stephen King book. So I'm excited for The Outsider. I heard it's supposed to be like really creepy and stuff like that. It's another Holly book. I think it's Holly book number 4, which is actually next up in the list of where I need to be. So I'm excited for that. And then just personally for me, I'm going to keep trying to get to these. I've got David Gemmell, The Knights of Dark Renown. This is a standalone David Gemmell. It's a prequel to Draenei, I believe. And I've got the audiobook for this. So I would like to try and get to this, but this is low priority. And then I would like to close out Volume 1 of this omnibus for The Fate of Wizardoms by Jeffrey L. Kohanek. And book number 3 is, I just had it in my brain, and now it's gone again. It's The Temple of the Oracle. And I would just like to finish out Volume 1 so that I can keep progressing through this series because it's just fantastic, modern, classic fantasy. And I love it. So, yeah, that is my July TBR. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are excited for me to read these books. Do you think I'm going to vibe with these books? Do you think Brian chose good books for the wizard to read? I would love to talk to you guys in the comment section down below. But that's all I've really got for today, guys. I hope you are doing well. Till next time, peace out. Stay magical. Bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting my passion and my hobby. It means the world to me.